Of course, we also had that separate report going into the details potentially of this, new regulations over certain foreign apps, potentially subjecting Chinese app developers to subpoenas too, right?
Yes, we're looking at a sort of a slate of new actions that are now being considered by the Biden administration against Chinese app companies, as well as 5 Chinese electronics companies, including Huawei. For the electronics companies in particular, these were linked to oppression in Western China, and there's also concerns from the FCC that this equipment carries risks of potential cyber espionage. And, this goes not just for equipment in the future, but the FCC said that it was also considering revoking previous authorization for equipment, which might mean that some schools and other U.S. customers will need to replace their camera systems. Huawei said these actions were misguided and unnecessarily punitive. This is still something that's developing, and we're definitely going to continue to follow it as these regulations are rolled out.
So as this progresses, what is the role of Congress here?
So Congress definitely has a role to play with the FCC and just sort of the oversight in China in general. I mean, one of the big pieces of bipartisan legislation that's actually moving through Congress right now is a bill that's meant to bolster U.S. research and development, and that's with the idea of keeping the U.S. competitive against China. And this is something, particularly with the FCC, with the bans on the electronics and apps. It's also something that Congress is looking into, seeing what their role needs to be, what more they might be able to do that the FCC does not have the power to do. I mean, this is one of, like I said, the few things in Washington right now that's very bipartisan, and we're expecting to see more regulations come out as the year continues.